Don't think. Feel. This is like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger, or you miss all the heavenly glow. Do you understand? Don't think. Feel. This is like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger, or you miss all the heavenly glow. Do you understand?
Good evening, folks. Okay, here in today's video, I'm actually going to make two videos. With this first video, I want to talk a little bit about the leveling up, the incentives of leveling up, and why I like to level up the way I do. There are several incentives of leveling up. The first one, I would say motivation, that being the most important. We all know if you don't have motivation, then you're not going to study language, or you won't continue studying language if you started. You need motivation. And in my experience, going out, finding native speakers, no matter what level you're on, helps out a lot. It helps with my motivation. Why? Because a lot of the natives, they are very friendly, they're happy, they ask you, oh, where you learn a language? I mean, it's just a whole new world. You're a completely different person. That's how it is, and you guys have seen that in a lot of these videos I've made with these natives. So when you have that drive, you motivate like that, it makes you want to go back home, go back to the barracks and learn more and get out there and, do it again. Go back home, do it again. Go find natives, practice with them, then go back home, do it again. It gives you time to go back and say, okay, so today when I spoke with this native, we talked about this. And, oh, you know what? I could have used that. I totally forgot about that. And you know what? The next time you go out, you're going to get to use it. So this is what happened with me in my experiences going out, talking with native speakers. Now, I noticed there are a lot of people saying stuff like, well, they don't feel that they want to level up because they're not on a good level, or, they want to, after what they say, they will start leveling up after their studies, That's fine, what I'm saying here is, it's the motivation factor. If you've never tried it before, get out there and try it, and you will see what I'm saying. A couple phrases or whatever. If you use a couple words or phrases with a native speaker, they're going to be surprised. They're going to ask you a lot of questions about why you want to learn the language, and that's going to encourage you even more. This is the main reason why I promote this, speaking right away, going out speaking with natives, because of the motivation. And a lot of people need to stay motivated. Everyone is different, Some people, they start learning language, they may be motivated for a little bit, and then eventually they stop. Maybe after a few months, they stop studying the language. You see? And this is why I say that going out speaking to find these native speakers is imperative, because it helps you with your motivation. I can't stress it enough. It helps you with your motivation. So that's one incentive for getting out there speaking with native speakers. Another incentive is connections and friendship. It's these people want to become your friend. They say, oh, you know what? I know such and such. You can do this. They introduce you to other people. It's just amazing. In my experience, I had it happen so many times. I had people invite me over, for dinner. These people didn't even know who I was. I remember when I was in Akron, I met a girl from Sichuan, and I was practicing with her. She was in where is he? I think she was in the engineering building or something. And I was just walking by and I saw her, and she was working, and I started practicing with her, and I asked her where she's from. I asked her where she was from, and she told me Sichuan. And then she told me, she just came out. She's like, yeah, I'm having this cookout this weekend. She asked me if I wanted to come over. And I was like, I was kind of surprised because I didn't know who she was. This was like the first time I spoke with this girl. She asked me if I wanted to come over, and I said, sure. She said there were going to be a lot of Chinese people around. So she gave me her, she not only did she give me her email address, she gave me her phone number and her home address. Email, phone number, and home address. You see? And that was our first time talking. She didn't really know who I was, so I went over there by myself. And that day there were so many Chinese people. There were a lot of Chinese people, and like I said, this was at the beginning stage of me studying Chinese. I couldn't understand a whole lot, and when I was there, everybody speaking in Chinese, and I was asking them certain questions like I remember I heard I was like nani, 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 nani. I kept hearing that. I was like, that sounds like Japanese. And I was asking the Chinese people, hey, what is nani? And they couldn't understand what I was saying. They couldn't understand the question. They didn't know what I was asking them about. But later on, like a year went by, I realized what nani was. What they did was break off. It was nama, and they broke off the ma and it kept the na and then ni. So it's like nani. So nama ni. They broke it off. But anyway, it was very interesting. And if it wasn't for my interest and curiosity in learning Chinese language, that wouldn't have happened. I met so many Chinese people, and I gained a lot of EXP points from being, just from being around those people speaking Chinese and asking all those questions. So that's another incentive of getting out there, speaking with people right away. We need to. I think we need to just put aside this fear, and stop worrying about making mistakes, and stop worrying about what other people think, because I think that's another part of it. Worrying about what other people think. People criticizing you. Like lately, I go to these forums and I don't really post on them. I just read all this stuff that people, there's a lot of stuff going on in these forums, and I see people talking about other language learners, saying this about them and saying that about them, and it's like, wow, they doing all that. Everybody in this community learn language, have this passion for learning languages, and want to criticize other people. We need to be trying to encourage people instead of criticizing them. I mean, sure, you have people who need to be criticized if they're putting themselves out there making claims, outrageous claims. That's a different story. But people who are studying languages legitimately, those people don't need to be criticized. So these type of people who are just sitting on these forums posting all this crazy stuff, you need to get away from those people. I don't want to be around people who want to be, acting like that and trying to take away some motivation. So that's what I'm talking about. Trying to, discouraging other learners and making them worry about what they need to do with their language and whatnot. And they're scared to get out there and practice. Personally, I don't care what people say about me. I don't care, but I'm trying to encourage other people to get out there and practice their language with native speakers, because, why would I keep saying this? I'm not going to get on YouTube and keep talking about this. This stuff is serious and it's very motivating. Like you guys see my buddy Eric, that was his first time on the Level Up mission with me. And he doesn't really speak any language. He studied Chinese and Japanese, but he's not on a level yet to converse with native speakers. And I took him out that first time, and he enjoyed it, and he wants to do it again. He said, man, I want to come. He literally drove 3 hours. This dude drove 3 hours from Cleveland all the way to Columbus just to go level up with me, you see. And he was watching my Level Up videos. He enjoyed watching Level Up videos, but he wanted to go with me in person. And when we went in person, he enjoyed it. He said, oh, I got to do it again. I got to do it again. And he's motivated to improve his skill in the language, So that's why I keep trying to tell people about this, telling them that they need to get out there and just practice and don't worry about what other people think, forget everything, just, let it go and just have fun. Because like I said, and this is for anyone, I don't care who you are, I don't care where you're from, what, your background. If you don't have motivation, you're not going to do anything. And this is the truth. It doesn't matter who you are. If you don't have motivation, it's not going to happen. And from my experiences, going out speaking with native speakers like that, like how I was doing in the videos, that's motivating. Like when I was leveling up the other day, like I was practicing. Well, I got in a little bit of Hindi and Urdu, you know, and I haven't practiced those languages for a long time. I literally wanted to come back home and start studying, get back to studying Urdu and Hindi, but I know that I already have language that I'm focusing on actively. You know, I mean, I could do those non-actively, but I really wanted to get those languages back like to full time. You know, that's how motivated I was. So just try it. That's all I can really say. Just get out there and try it, and you'll see what I'm saying. Mark my words. So yeah, I just want to make this video and talk a little bit about that. If you guys have gotten out there ever since I made my first level up video, let me know how you felt when you got out there and did it. Did it feel good, or did you? I mean, of course you're going to be nervous, especially if it was your first time. Did you have a good experience or did you have a bad experience? Let me know how it went. So, all right, that's it for this video. I'm about to get ready to make this second one, and look forward to any comments.